Hello and welcome to Attract Mode. As you know, Lady Arcaders is an all-women's gaming collective. Lady Arcaders welcomes all women in gaming, speedrunners, developers, casual fans alike. In addition to our cozy private community, we run weekly showcases on our Twitch channel, where you are right now, as well as larger charity events throughout the year. My name is Bigscared. I'm here tonight to be your host and the commentator for the absolutely fabulous Abbie's Corner, who is here tonight running Resident Evil 4 Remake, the glitchless category. Take it away, Abbie.
Well, good evening, everyone. Sorry, I cursed the stream. That's why we're starting so late. Also, ignore the casual outfit. Unfortunately, we won't be using that. For instead, we have armor, which basically makes Ashley immortal. Because who doesn't like immortality, am I right? Also, I'll just show off Leon's costumes. We're playing as the villain, because, you know what? I kind of went with the Scene Kids movement thing at the beginning, before I got the armor. Now, you may be wondering, why am I going into load screen? Well, it's quite simple, because on New Game Plus we play on assisted, and unfortunately every time you start an assisted playthrough from the beginning of the screen, it goes, oh hey, you must want aim assist on. No, we don't. So we load into a previous chapter in order to get that, because for whatever reason, the game just doesn't want to have it turned off at any point. So, in 3, 2, 1, we can begin the run. So here we go, we're off to the beginning. Evil Leon is here, or is, you know, he's not really that evil. He's got feathers all over him, because of course he does. Because this constitutes it as evil, having feathers on like one half of your body. I don't know who made up that rule. I guess it's just a rule. So future villains, take note. So right now we're walking up to this house. You think this is a cutscene, but it is not. And now we are walking into the house. We don't have access to our weapons yet. It won't be till after this cutscene. Why he enters the house so slow and then he's like, just screams out, is anybody home, is a complete mystery. So here we go, we pick up the key, we now have access to our weapons, and we immediately want to switch to the shotgun known as the Striker. The Striker is the second most powerful shotgun in the game. The most powerful is the Riot Gun, but the difference between the Riot Gun and the Striker is how much ammunition it can hold. With the Striker holding 48 bullets, which is great. The power difference is 16.2 to 19.5 of a fully upgraded Striker versus a fully upgraded Riot Gun. And technically I just needed him to be stunned, but the fact that he exploded was great. As we move on past that gentleman, and now that we're through, we can switch to our next gun that is needed, which is the sniper rifle known as the Stingray. Why it is called a Stingray when it does not look like a fish, I have no idea. Also, mods do not exist on the PlayStation 5, unfortunately. That's right, I'm playing the console version. Oh no, the shame, the shame. So unfortunately, no mods available here. As we just keep running, I'm gonna want to go to the right side of the truck here. Good, he's around the tree, meaning he won't be able to stab me with the pitchfork, and then we're gonna stick to the left to avoid the bear trap that you can see right there. And then after that, we don't really need to stick to a side for a bit. As we keep running, we're actually going to be using the sniper rifle to shoot the church bell. Isn't that fun? So here we go. By the way, that was a head that fell off the gate. That was not a coconut or anything. That was a human skull that still had flesh on it. It's a very fresh head. Stick to the right so that these two can't grab you. Thank you, Leon. Also, I'm running with a charm that gives me +8 to movement speed. It's kind of a throwback to the original Resident Evil 8, or Resident Evil 4, my apologies, where there was the Ditman glitch. That's, I guess, Capcom's homage to it. It doesn't exist in this version. There we go, we have shot the bell, and we are going back to the rocket launcher, which is the next weapon we need. Also, for anyone that is confused what language we are listening to, that is Japanese. However, the villagers and whatnot still speak Spanish. The game will not tell you what it says they say in Spanish, although there is a Spanish dub for the rest of the characters as well, which is kind of funny. It'll just say mumbling in Spanish or speaking in Spanish, something like that. So here we go. This is why we need the rocket launcher, because we're going to blow up that door. It's a shortcut. So here we go. Grab the wooden cog. However, the camera wants me to pay attention to the door. I don't really care that there's a giant man with a cow head coming through the door with a giant hammer, wishing to hit me with a giant hammer. I'm going to run away and put the cog in the thing so that the windmill will open the gate. Here we go. The gate opens. That is not a skippable cutscene, unfortunately. And then we turn and run. There's said man with a giant hammer. Oh no. And then there should be a man with a machete. No, he is not appearing on screen. He will show up momentarily as they will continue to chase me across the bridge. We have a cart to push that has a dead cow in it. By the way, if you're not a fan of animal violence, I have some terrible news for you. Because unfortunately there will be a tad bit of some. So there we go. Oh good, he didn't hit me. Now we're switching back to the shotgun just as a precautionary measure because there may be an enemy that I may need to hit. It depends what she's going to do when she sees me. Keep running forward. There we go. All the explosions have happened. And we have to shoot her. And then run away. Again, I don't need enemies to die, I just need them to be stunned so they get out of my way. And also don't hit me, because most hit animations have like a big sort of mini cutscene thing where it like takes a couple of seconds. Usually that's with any bladed weapon. And here we go. We've exploded that. Switch back to the shotgun. Dodge the axe because they are wanting to axe me a question. Dodge. Also, they may be saying something in Spanish that sounds like something in English. I will leave it to your imagination as to what they are saying when they are throwing things. Use your imaginations wisely. I believe Zoku has the best imagination for what they're saying. And I'll leave it at that because I think that'll be the key reference for everyone to know what I think they're saying. It's actually quite the meme in the community. So we get pushed, we get iframes, and jump on down, and we're about to end Chapter 1 with Luis Serra being met. There we go. And that's the end of Chapter 1. On to Chapter 2. Now, the interesting thing here is that Leon goes, they took my gear. However, Leon, buddy old pal, they didn't take your gear because you still have communication with the United States government. They took most of your gear, they didn't take all of your gear. Alright, and we're running through with a kitchen knife because that's all we have to use. One of the worst things about this category is that you need things to basically go perfectly if you want a PB. I'm gonna get stuck there. Ugh. Terrible. I can't say those words on stream. Can't say those words on stream. Is all I'm going to say. I can say them on my stream. I just can't say them here. And then we're going to spin this 4 times. You can get away with 3 times, though it is a little bit more difficult on console to get away with 3 times. I've tried, and it just doesn't want to go. So I'm going to jump, and jump, and turn, slide while he's sliding, grab your equipment, open the door, and here we go. The merchant, who in English sounds Australian, but is actually a Canadian voice actor. And then I've got the shotgun again, because shotgun is nice and quick, specifically this one. Here we go. Welcome to Dynamite Canyon. Lots of dynamite here, lots of enemies. They're going to try to grab me. Hopefully they don't grab me, and hopefully Leon stops trying to roll, because apparently rolling is slow. I don't know how slow, but I tend to not mind him rolling. But it is a thing that can happen. Because at least he's got some forward movement in there. So we grab the hexagonal emblem. Unfortunately, deal with her. He's not gonna throw that, is he? I'm sorry, sir. Again, I don't need them to die. I just need them to get out of my way. Alright, and there's a potential for a potential glitch to happen here. It's not a speedrun beneficial one. It's just one that if I hadn't been hit while vaulting over, I could have fallen through the world, which would not have been great. And of course, after the 4th time, we can go. He really, really, really wants to hit me with the machete. It's a not very nice thing, and I think bad. Luckily, I have the strongest knife in the game, so one stab and they're good. Alright. Please don't hit me. Thank you. Keep going, and now I have a very, very difficult puzzle to complete. I hope you're prepared. So we just move on over. And that is the puzzle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Open the door. Like I said, it was the world's most difficult puzzle. I'm surprised I did it so quickly. Isn't sarcasm great, y'all? Again, shoot her, because it looked like she was going to push me and or be able to hit me with her axe. And then keep running, turning. There you go. Dodging all the things. Do be careful, because there are bear traps everywhere. And then we have our good friend Dr. Salvador with the chainsaw. I'm going to... Nope. Apparently not. Apparently I'm not going to dunk under that. Oh, for the love of God, please, no. Wow, talk about your... Can't say that word on stream. Alright. Dodging the bear traps. Very important to do so. As we go into the house for yet another very difficult puzzle. As we need to line up the... Oh, go ahead.
As we work on this very difficult puzzle, I have a question for you about the RNG of this game.
Yes.
How much variation would you say there is? Is it limited to enemies, their behavior? Are the traps RNG? I'd love to hear more about that.
The traps are not RNG. The puzzles are also not RNG. I guess enemy behavior is RNG. I don't know if DA exists, but given the history of Capcom games, I would say that DA does exist, which it stands for difficulty adjustment. It's been a thing since the original RE4.
Yeah, it seems like it would make sense for them to keep that. So their positions mostly stay the same, it's just what they do to you in that moment that varies?
Yes. Incredible.
How much do you think that impacts the run on like a try-by-try basis?
This one, for New Game Plus, you need things to go so perfectly. By the way, I'm sorry everyone, but the doggo has to, has just, unfortunately hit the dog trap, or the bear trap. I'm sorry,
everyone put his 07 in chat for the puppo. We love them, but this is a speed run.
Yes, I'm sorry everybody. I was going to submit this to Super Showcase, and I had an incentive listed to save the doggo. Also, I hope nobody's a fan of cows, because there's a burning cow right there. And then we're going to...
I'm sorry, I couldn't see the cow over the tower falling down, and the camera deciding to point us at it.
Oh, the cow was before the tower fell. But yes, the game also likes to do that for spawns. It's really unfortunate. So, again, the great thing is that I can counter most grabs that are particularly around my neck, but for the ones where they grab behind you, you do have to mash out of them, unfortunately. Again, this is the most powerful knife in the game. There is a knife that has infinite durability, however, the problem with that knife is that it's very weak in comparison to the knife you get after you fight Krauser. So here we are coming up on the church. Again, running past enemies. We don't really fight a lot of them. We try to run past as many as possible. We go in there, and it's like, oh no. And also they've added the comms thing as this annoying thing. You might be wondering why I keep pressing start to skip things. Because the game has this weird habit of, unless you do that, you have to hold down triangle, and it's kind of a time waster. Of course, cutscenes do not count towards IGT, but these comms calls do, and so it's very inconvenient. So we have some nice gentlemen telling us to do that thing that we really don't want to do. Again, I leave it up to your imaginations. Use the power of Zokuban. The community will understand what I mean by that. There's an example of getting hit by a blade and the animation that it causes. The only one that doesn't have that animation is the knife. As I cut the tripwire, that's another thing we can do in the game, is we can cut tripwires, which is very good. And luckily, the dogs coming up here, they're too slow at getting up, so we can easily run past them. Of course, the crows are just being crows. And we keep running. We're about to run into the merchant again. We're going to ignore him till probably chapter 11. During my practice run, I was able to avoid him till chapter 14, surprisingly. But that is definitely not going to be the case here, as I've taken so much damage. Way more damage than what would be acceptable in a run at this point. Like I said, this category is ridiculous. Actually, most categories are ridiculous for this game, because as it stands, getting sub 2 hours is kind of a pain. Doable, but a pain. Although most people concern themselves with IGT, I'm talking RTA. Sub 2 hours is a pain, and it's very ridiculous. I should have put my rocket launcher to deal with Mr. Hammerman. Also, I don't know if they're just wearing a cow's head or if they've been infused with it thanks to the Plagas. I'm not 100% sure. It's never known because they never speak. They just roar all the time. It's like, oh, okay. So,
yeah, and since that's a newer enemy type, we don't get a lot of information about them either.
Correct. Those are new. However, they are very similar to the JJs. Because JJs don't exist in this game, but something very similar to that acts like a JJ is there. JJs were the enemies on the island that had the big submachine guns. Eventually, the animal head guys do get a gun. So they could just be JJs for all I know, with different kinds, but whether they're animal heads or for cosmetic purposes or some weird hybrid fusion thing is a complete mystery. Also, we're about to run into basically the run killer for every category pretty much, because of course the giant lizard would be the thing that ends most categories and most runs due to RNG. Because if you want to talk about RNG, DA, whatever you want to call it, oh boy, does this salamander pain in the you-know-what. So, very different from OG as well. Also, it's not a fish, it's a giant salamander. And you can even see his legs in flight if it gets that far. So far, we're doing pretty good as I'm hitting him every time, which is good. There we go. He does his little dance. It's not really a dance, but you know. He does his little dive. He's gonna pop back up. Come on. There we go. Come on. Do it again. Come on. Come on, you piece of garbage lizard. There we go. I don't think that hit. Come on. There you go. Down you go, you sack of turds. Okay. So that was the end of Chapter 3. On to Chapter 4. Where we have to go on a bit of a boat ride. Also, one major difference between Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 4 Remake is that you don't actually meet Sadler till the island, whereas in OG, he's basically around for your entire journey. You meet him in the church, you meet him in the castle, and whatnot, but in this game, you don't meet him until you hit the island. Very different. Alright, let's see if I can get this little cutscene skipped. Don't think I did it correctly to where it was speed, but basically if I kept walking there, there would be a mini unskippable cutscene with the Plagas head coming out, but if you kill him fast enough, you will not get that cutscene as you saw there, though I think I did that a little slow. So now we have to go grab some heads that bleed. However, they're stone heads, so it's like, interesting. So here we go. Also, in new game, you can go grab a gold chicken egg from the chicken island. It actually damages Salazar by 70%. 2 golden eggs will kill him. But because we have the infinite rocket launcher, none of that really matters to us.
So while we cruise around here, I have another question for you.
Yes.
We've talked a bit about the weapons you're using. You mentioned you're using the Stingray, but you're obviously using infinite rockets and Krauser's knife. What else are you using for this run?
I did that puzzle wrong. I'll be using the Killer 7 at various points. I haven't really used the night. I haven't really used the grenades and whatnot, or the Chicago Sweeper, which was the Chicago typewriter from the original. It really depends. My main weapons are going to be the Striker and the rocket launcher. The sniper, the Stingray is only used so I can hit the bell. So, yes. Okay, so I saw somebody in chat mention the Suda51 game. So, in original RE4 time, there was something called the Capcom 5, which was going to be Resident Evil 4, Killer 7, Piano 3, Beautiful Joe, and what was the other game? It might have been RE1 Remake. I don't recall what the actual 5 are, because the only one to actually be exclusive was to the GameCube was Piano 3. Piano 3 is kind of trash, not gonna lie, but that was the deal. So during so there's a gun in the game. It's a Magnum called the Killer 7. It costs $77,777. It was the second most powerful Magnum next to the hand cannon, which you would get from completing Mercenaries, all 5 stages, 5 stars. I can't remember if it was with all characters that it had to be 5 stars. Sirs, if you could not punch me, that would be good. Are you... Words I can't say on stream. Words I can't say on stream. So yeah, that's what the Killer 7 is. I only use it for a couple spots as well. As I turn to go put the heads in the hands. Luckily there's no puzzle element to that. Also, speaking of Suda51, did you know that Suda51 made an anime game, as in a game based off of an anime? Yes, that's right. He wrote and directed the Samurai Champloo PS2 game. Just a fun fact. It's another game that I speedrun. So now that we've got the key, we can go and get back to the church to save Ashley. Good old Ashley. Ashley is far more independent in this version than in the original, as you will see coming up here in just a bit. But first I have to deal with an El Gigante, which is a giant. Again, he's gonna go down pretty easy because of the infinite rocket launcher, and then we're gonna see a dog transform into its Plagas form. Dogs are kind of annoying. Luckily, we don't have to deal with them a lot. So here we go. We're going to be running into the boss fight. There we go. And now one thing about bosses, unlike the original versus remake, is that bosses don't drop large amounts of money. They drop high-priced treasures. Instead. Also, there are now merchant quests all throughout the game that can range to selling certain items, hitting certain medallions, killing strong enemies, and the like. They are all completely random, and it's how you would get spinels, which in the original Resident Evil 4 was the lowest selling gem at $2,000. In this one, they give you merchant exclusive items for trades, and they can range from exclusive tickets to certain jewels, or gems as I just called them, to certain weapons, case, I don't know what the word is, case effects, there we go, I'll call them case effects. And also this puzzle here has changed as well. So we have the blue dial, which we need to be able to turn the dials to do the thing. The puzzle here is much easier in Remake than it is in original, as I will demonstrate now. Because each color has a certain thing they need to line up to. So I usually start with green, then I go into blue, then I go into red. Like so. Come on. There you go. And then they all line up and they open the gate. And then we can go grab Ashley. Also, you can find Ashley's broken phone after finding her as well. Because, of course, they broke her phone, and she's quite upset about it. As anyone would after they just got a new phone, and it looks like an expensive 2004 phone as well. So that's the end of Chapter 4.
Now, Abbie, if the Ganados broke your phone, what choice words would you say? Remember, we are in 18+ mode. I would say heck you.
Oh, we're in 18+ mode. I still can't say those words on stream because I wasn't given permission to say those words on stream. Even though the game has said some of those words already.
Incredible. I would say redacted.
So now we have Ashley, and now we must escape. There is a glitch that could be done to basically leave Ashley in the church, which skips this comms call and also skips this map view and also skips this bookcase. Go. And we're just going to completely ignore everybody, including Ashley. Because unlike original, you don't have to wait around for Ashley to open doors. You can just straight up open those doors. So that's what I'm going to do. Bye, Ashley. Not to mention that because she's wearing... Sir, I do not appreciate that. No, I really don't want to do that. So, no. Just no. Alright. Here we go. Again, that's what these blue slips are, or merchant quests. Don't know why Leon had a hard time opening that door, but he did. Busting through all of the doors, picking up all of the things, jumping through all of the windows. Of course, the weather is not exactly kind. It's quite wet out. And also, enemies are still trying to kill us and somehow still have lit torches, even though that makes absolutely no sense. Granted, I don't know how fire and water exactly mix, because somehow you can have fire when it's raining? What? Again, I don't quite understand it, but it is what it is. So again, Ashley is more independent, as you can see, as I'm just running through, completely ignoring things and just going. You don't need to catch her like you need to do in the original, you can just go for it. Again, switching to the rocket launcher here because that's the next item I'm going to need. You may have noticed that I have some heavy grenades and some flash grenades. I haven't... Oh, and also, can we get some Fs in chat for the dead pig? Because unfortunately there was a dead pig. And here we go. We're now into the cabin fight, which is the end of chapter 5, and unfortunately we have the worst character in this game, and please leave me alone, Lewis. No one likes you, you're not cool, and they made your character worse because you worked for Umbrella now, and yeah, you can just, what's the word I'm looking for? Die in a hole.
Meanwhile, I'm over here like, I love new Louise. I think he's great.
No. No, he's
No,
not.
he's not a good guy. I just think it's cool that they did something with him. But I'm also an Ada Wong apologist, so like, really, I can't be trusted. My opinions aren't good.
Ada's a good character. Ada starts with the apocalypse. In Resident Evil 6, I'll have you know. And also helps Leon save Ashley a couple of times. What does Lewis do? Be annoying. Cause me to have to use his crappy gun. Stops me from being able to stab people in the neck. From time to time.
That is valid. That's so valid.
Sorry, I had to back up in order to hit that guy. So they start chanting now. Please let go of me if you would be so. Sir, please let go of my neck. I don't appreciate that. There we go, Ashley calls. See, Ashley's the one that gets you out of the pickle of the house. There we go. Like, he's even the worst character in Mercenaries, because they added him to Mercenaries in this game. And he sucks! I could go on and on about how much of a character he is. Trying to not swear is really hard. Did I mention it's really hard? So like I said, we can leave Ashley to her own devices because she's very independent, and with the suit, they can't carry her. Eventually, there's an alarm going to sound. Oh no, whatever will I do? Oh right, I have an infinite rocket launcher to explode people. And moving right along. By the way, this is the last chapter in the village. So the village does end here, and then we go into the castle to meet Ramon Salazar. I do not know why I keep saying his last name as if he is French when he is Spanish. For those that also don't know, RE4 takes place in a small village in Spain. Or in a rural area of Spain. Break that. We try to grab this crank. Oh no, chainsaw ladies. Oops, I kinda dealt with them rather quickly. Bomb that door to stop the guy from coming through. Turn. Keep turning. Oh god. Be careful, Leon. Again, they want to try to kidnap Ashley, so it's like, eh. Go ahead and try. And here we go. Hopefully I still have a bit of iframes before they touch me. Yay, they didn't screw that up. That takes forever, and so you really don't want them messing it up for you. They usually don't. There's always that chance, and you don't want that chance. I also don't know if there's actually any DA on assisted. It's hard to say. So here we go. Leon. Leon. Leon, you are a sack of trash. My god, that took too long. So now we have the chase sequence with the big cheese, Mendez. If Mendez grabs Ashley, that's an instant game over. The game does not give you a single chance to save her. It's, she's grabbed. Game over, man. Game over. I'm sorry, it was Alien Day yesterday, so of course I had to throw in a quote from the franchise. For those that didn't know that it was Alien Day yesterday. It's a really good movie franchise. Well, no, it's not a really good movie franchise. The first two movies are great. The third movie's kinda, you gotta find the right version. The fourth movie didn't need to happen, and the prequels, they have their moments.
Here I am again, like, Alien is really good. It's one of my favorite games.
Because it is really good.
It's really good.
Also, I don't think Crime has realized this yet, but there's been a hostile takeover of Lady Arcaders that she's completely unaware of. Because what you don't know is that we're both a part of the clock tower, and therefore we have hacked the stream.
Yeah, this is an unofficial Clock Tower team takeover on Lady Arcaders. Zoku's asking me when I'm going to do a showcase of Alien Isolation, and I will respond with the couched, when you have a 12-hour showcase to spare, because I don't speedrun that game, but I will play it on Nightmare for you. Haha.
I don't think they have any 12-hour slots. I think the most...
Exactly. Haha.
I think the most has been 7 hours? 7? Or was it 8? Might have been 8. But that was with several people, that not just a person.
Yeah, no.
I think 5.5 was the most with one person, I do believe.
Joke's on you, it goes on for 12 hours? Oh my goodness. You're gonna call me on my bluff, aren't you, Zoku? 10 out of 10. I'll do it.
So now I'm going to switch to the Magnum, Killer 7. Because unfortunately, the hand cannon has really bad, and when I say really bad, I'm really bad hitbox. And now they have catapults, but I have a rocket launcher. What's gonna win? The rocket launcher or the catapult? My money's on the rocket launcher.
Okay.
Now, if I'm correct, you are on your way to lift a cannon to break this door down, correct?
I've already lifted the cannon.
Beautiful. Why can't we just shoot it with the rocket launcher, though?
Because Capcom thought that would be too easy and therefore no.
Shame.
I know, because they let you kill a boss that you're supposed to kill with a cannon with the rocket launcher. So it's like, what?
I also know that there's a demolition sequence you can bypass if you rocket it.
Yep. But that's not until the island, so spoilers.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I mean, the game is a month old, so I expect people to know how this game goes. Haha. By the way, the game literally just turned a month old like 3 days ago. So at this point...
Oh, go ahead.
No, you finish what you were gonna say.
No, I was gonna ask you how much the run has changed over that past month. Because you've been at it since the beginning.
Depends what category, we're talking, because, New Game Plus, nothing's really been found. A glitch was banned, which was Duffel Bag, which I don't know if that was patched out or not from the recent patch that patched almost... Actually, it did patch everything but, like, one glitch or something. But in terms of this, it hasn't really changed. So the reason I'm sending Ashley over is because of the wireframes, but also because I don't need to fight. Ow! I'm solving a puzzle for later. Instead of fighting things. So now we solve the puzzle for later and can continue, and my armor is almost dead. Yay. Yes, this run is very, 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 very not good. And would have been reset probably 18 times by now. So we blow up the Garrador, he reacts to sound, and there's a reason that we have to kill him, namely that spot, but also because the spot that we need to use to get this gate up, oh look what's right beside it, a thing that makes noise, and Leon's elbow is hitting every time. Oh no. There we go. And then open the gate. Climb on up. We have a puzzle to solve, so I'll be switching back to the Magnum because it does involve some shooting. And unfortunately, the rocket launcher is not that helpful, and neither is the striker because of spread. Spread, the one enemy of Leon shooting puzzles. So it's Snake, Eagle, Moose. It doesn't necessarily have to be in any order, it just has to be those three. Pick up the bloody sword. Pick up the gold sword. Pick up the rusted sword. Put the gold sword. No, Leon, for words I can't say on stream. Bloody sword. Iron sword. Or no, rusted sword, and then iron sword in the beginning. There we go. Gate opens. Alright. Back to rocket launcher because we're going to go into the infamous water hall, which is not too bad on New Game Plus. But again, if you want a PB in this category, you need things to basically be perfect, which is why PBs don't happen anymore and why I think most of the runners are yeeting this category into the sun and trying to move on to something else, because this category is trash. Because it has to be so perfect. So here, ow. Thank you for missing. There we go. Nice. Get the double kill. Again, I'm rocketing them because they have a good chance to Plagas head themselves. So it's like, could you not Plagas head yourself? Plus these two are going to make it worthwhile, so I'm just going to blow them to get them out of the way. And then we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4. See? 1, 2, 3, 4 to bring that down. We're also being shot at by crossbows, because of course we are. Oh, here we go. Nice. Ow! See what I mean by Plagas heads? Really? You're both gonna words I can't say on stream. I'm going to say that a lot. Because have I mentioned how much aggravation this run gives me? Come on, Ashley, let's go. Come on. So here's a trick that I learned recently. It's not really a trick. Basically, I'm going to send her up. Like so. Because you can send her up first before doing Leon's turny thing, and you can spin Leon's part before Ashley is in danger. So that's what we're gonna do. We're going to spin our part before Ashley's in danger, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. And then I'm gonna have fun with the rocket launcher right now by blowing everything to smithereens. Because who doesn't like blowing things up to smithereens? It's done. Excusez-moi, mademoiselle, but j'ai besoin de toi tout mot. And then more explosions. And the great thing is that since Ashley is immortal, I can use her as a point to explode things off of. And since they're kind of running towards her, it works out really well. She should be done momentarily. And then we can run. Ashley, why are you still saying help? Where am I going? I'm leaving. Like I said, you don't have to babysit Ashley so much. However, we're about to lose Ashley because Ashley is about to become possessed by the Las Plagas. And is about to say Temperance Child. That was terrible, Ashley. Very terrible indeed. Of course, she's also going to cough before opening the door, which is always fun as well. Alright, and that's the end of Chapter 7. We have now been split from Baby Eagle. Oh yeah, by the way, there are code names that they have. Leon is Condor 1. I don't know what kind of a bird a condor is, but I'm pretty sure they're not a hunting bird. Again, I know nothing about birds. Ashley is Baby Eagle. It's not really brought up that much unless, you know, Leon's talking to Hunnigan.
Well, they also call where Hunnigan works the roost. So I think the whole squad has like an avian motif. Might not be the most consistent, but it's there.
Please move out of my way. Want the words I can't say on stream is this words I can't say on stream run. I want to vomit at this run, okay? It's really bad. Okay, moving along. Here we go. So we grab the lantern. By the way, the red guys, or as I call them, Gloria Las Plagas guys, can cause Plagas heads to happen. We don't really want that to happen. Also, we're about to meet Ada Wong. Except for we're not, because I'm skipping cutscenes, but you know, it is what it is. So Ada's here, doing Ada things. It is never said that she is working for Wesker. She's working for Wesker. But also Krauser is not working for Wesker, which is also interesting, and has no interactions with Ada. And there's that puzzle solved.
ま、こんなところだ。アシュリーを見つけないと。
Alright.
なんだ?
So we're going to move this bookcase, and they've also changed how these guys work, because in OG, they don't take over enemies, they just try to lop off Leon's head. But in this game, they're like, no, I must possess. And so they possess. Awesome, I got the door down. Merchant, I don't have time for you, I'm afraid. There we go.
お前には会いたくないとさ。
So they're being possessed right now by the Plagas. Always a fun time. I'm going to run over here. No, Leon. No, Leon. Leon, have I mentioned how much of them? Oh, just... Are you... Thank you so... Thank you so... Just... That's the boss that we're supposed to kill with a cannon, but they let us rocket launcher him in the face. I'm going to blow up these two because I'm very angry right now. That's all I'm gonna say. Aggravation is very much a thing right now. Alright. Shotgun. Climb. Careful. Oh my... Oh, thank God. I didn't know I could do that from here. I was about to get very, very, very angry. Okay. We're good. The end of chapter 8. Oh, coming. Alright. Oh, but wait. Our giant friend isn't dead. He's just because technically he's supposed to die with the cannon, right? So he's just been hit before dying. Whereas, in our actuality, he's been dead for quite some time. Also, I hope everyone's ready for the maze, because we're about to enter a maze. Alright. There we go.
So for folks who remember the original version of this game, this maze is very different. Previously you had to grab a couple medallions, I believe they were both attached to fountains. Now yes. Abbie has to drop 3 different flags by visiting different locations on the map to interact with objects. So it's a similar task, but it's very different, and the positions of these interactables are in very different places. And on top of that, these dogs are making it very tricky to navigate because they're designed to flush you in certain directions.
Also, Ashley is not in the original.
Yes, Ashley was not here. In the original, we would normally experience this after our conversation with Ada, like directly after, if we experience it at all, really.
No, you would see Ada after this.
Oh, right,
Ada
right.
is what
That
the
makes sense.
puzzle opens because we interact with her directly after the maze. Whereas this one we're seeing Ada beforehand. Go. Oh god. Oh,
But the cool thing about Ashley being here is that we can task her with pulling the lever, which is surprisingly helpful.
I mean, we couldn't get to it otherwise. However, one of the biggest pains about Ashley being here is the following. Because what you will see is, oh hey, Leon's ready to jump down. Oh hey, cutscene. That's not skippable. Whee. There we go. And that's why I saved this one for the third one in case they run past me. Because unfortunately, remember how I've been running into new rooms without Ashley this entire time? If there are Ganado around her in this maze, she won't move and the game will treat it as if she's being captured even though she's not been captured. And it's just like, oh, alright then. So now we have to put a statue together. So let us go put that statue together by doing 3 different puzzles. Well, 3 different rooms that kind of have puzzles. 2 of them are combat, let's be honest. However, there is a shortcut we can take. This can also be done on New Game. Granted, you need grenades rather than, what are these called? Rocket launchers? So that guy was gonna go pull a lever before I murdered him maliciously. It would lower this bridge down. I'm gonna call it a bridge. I know a bridge is something over a body of water, sue me. But it lowers the bridge. By murdering him with a bomb, he can't lower the bridge and you can just go grab the goat head and be on your way. And then we are going to move into the next room to deal with armors. The armor room is very different as well than it was in the original game. Because it was only 6 of them, 3 and 3. This time it's grab the head, some of them will start moving in groups of 2, with the final one being a group of 3. But it's this kind of thing, rather than you can't really deal with them as they're coming in. They have to come in first in the original, whereas this one it's like, go ahead and kill them before they're prepared to fight. But why not? Also, Ashley can provide assistance by throwing down fire. Leon, stop picking up ammo you don't need and get the girl. Also, in the original, there's a thing that happens. Oh, he does. He does do the thing! I thought he didn't do the thing, but he does the thing! For
Tell us
those of
about the
you
thing.
Not aware of what the thing is. In the original Resident Evil 4, if Ashley's in the armor, when you pick her up or catch her, Leon will hold his back in pain because obviously suits of armor are heavy. I didn't think that was in Resident Evil 4 until 5 seconds ago when I saw him hold his back. That's all the thing is.
Love a little realism.
And now we have to ring some bells. We have rung some bells. It's a very simple puzzle. But they have to make the same sound and they have to be in tune. However, now we're about to lose Leon. Because for some reason, Leon doesn't think, hey, I'll walk away from the statue. I'll stay inside of the statue. And now we're Ashley. And we're about to skip a ton of the Ashley segment because I know what the clock time is. Because we have to solve a clock. Isn't that amusing? So, the way the clock time works is on assisted and standard, it's 11:04. On hardcore and professional, it's 7 o'clock. Ashley, please go in the appropriate direction, please and thank you. However, if we didn't know what the clock time was, we'd have to go through a bunch of rigmarole. I went too far. No, I didn't. I didn't go far enough. Congratulations, me. You can't solve clock times. And then we get dings, and then we can immediately go. However, Ashley doesn't know that the suits are alive inside the library. So because of that, we get different dialogue than what we would usually have. Because if you find out that suits are alive, she goes, come on, come on, come on, while waiting for the elevator. However, because she doesn't know they exist, she's like, what's that? And it's like, you don't need to worry about it, Ashley. You're perfectly fine. Alright, here we go. So we need to pull 4 strings to bring 4 balls. Also, they're slowly gonna come alive. That's another thing too. So this way seems to be the most optimal from what I've seen when it comes to not getting hit. Because when Ashley's not in the suit of armor, they kill her in one hit. It's really bad. And there we go. However, there's one more puzzle to do here as well. That involves these lanterns. It just so happens that we have to line them up properly. Luckily, the pattern's not too hard to figure out. Also, how Ashley gets kidnapped again and into Salardar's clutches is very different as well. Instead of a Novistador capturing her, it's one of the Vorduglio. So it's like, haha. Also, the I've sent your right hand, or I've sent my right hand to deal with you does not exist. There's a reference to it in the achievements, but the line itself does not exist. Also, I could have pointed something out to all of chat to basically make them see something that cannot be unseen, but I missed the opportunity because I was talking about the differences between I've sent my right hand to deal with you and it not being in this game. So, Ashley is almost done here, and then we are on to Chapter 10. There are 16 chapters in total in the game. Unfortunately, Chapter 11 is the worst. It is so bad that I refuse to do professional ever again until we can find a way to skip the minecarts. Because no thank you. Alright, so duck under. Run up. Again, Ashley is the hero of the day, saving Leon from the cage.
She is literally a knight in shining armor right now.
Indeed. In original, she's not around the cage section, she's after it. Also, Lewis doesn't die by the hands of Sadler, he dies by the hands of Krauser, which is a nice touch. Also, they bring up something from Dark Side Chronicles, which is Operation Juarez, or is it? No, it's not Juarez.
Javier. Operation
thank you.
Javier.
Yes.
Yes, the incident with Manuela.
Yes.
I love that game.
You would be one of the select few, because most people I hear talk about that game is like, that game is trash because of the camera.
Well, as we've discussed, my taste is speculative at best. But I am, yes, a Dark Side Chronicles enjoyer TM.
Fun fact, did you know that Darkside Chronicles was supposed to be Capcom's, hey, you guys want a Resident Evil 2 remake? Well, here you go type thing? Yes. So, to those that don't enjoy Darkside Chronicles, what say you to that? Knowing that that was supposed to be your Resident Evil 2 remake.
It also, I believe, has a remake for Code Veronica on there.
Yep, it's Resident Evil 2, Code Veronica, and Operation Javier. Umbrella Chronicles was 0, 1, and 3. Fun fact, in Darkside Chronicles, you can see assets from the Outbreak series. So that's a thing.
Well, they do take place at the same time in the lore of the franchise, right?
Yes,
Like,
but I
it's
mean
just the everyday
actual assets from the Outbreak games.
Oh,
are
so kind of
literally
like,
used in that game.
yeah, kind of like the Silent Hill 1 Easter egg and Silent Hill 2.
Yeah. And how Silent Hill 3 and Silent Hill 2 have the same hospital. Though to be fair, I will say this, Silent Hill 2 and Silent Hill 3 are far more respectable games than Umbrella Chronicles. Umbrella Chronicles is great, but Silent Hill 2 and 3 are far more respectable.
They are definitely more revered by the community at large.
Yes. Alright. Now, you may remember this room. This room is also semi-different. Why aren't you letting me skip the cutscene? Thank you. They're also very different because they don't drop large amounts of cash / open the door when they die. What opens the door is what they drop, which are unicorn horns. Why they have unicorn horns instead of money, I have no idea. So we put one horn in, and then we go grab the other one. Ta-da! And then we run. Ashley is having black goo poured in her throat. It's supposed to make the Plagas spawn faster. Although I have to ask how long they've had Ashley in their possession, because I would think that the Plagas hatched ages ago, but apparently not. There we go. And again, we have more Noristadors. Because this is the Noristador cave, which is the one glitch that still exists for some reason. I don't know. Actually, if you've seen what they did to fix most of the glitches, it's kind of laughable what they did. I am no programmer, I am no designer, but apparently they just put joints on all of the doors. And I'm like, really? That's your hack job? Patching this crap? Wow.
To quote a famous developer, it just works.
Does it, Todd? Does it just work?
Who's laughing now, Abbie? Who's laughing now?
I don't know. Pretty sure it's not Todd Howard. There we go, climbing up. It's soon time for the Verdugo fight, because Verdugo is a common. Also bats. So we're just going light stroll. Eventually a couple of cutscenes are gonna play while I'm running around, because of course, that's just how it worked in the original as well. Nothing too majorly different between this one and the original, minus that it's not canisters of nitroglycerin, it's just, you know, nitroglycerin station or dispensary thingy mabob.
Yeah, they're much more similar in design to the original, like, acid nemesis fight from Resident Evil 3, where Jill had to interact with these shower heads on the wall that spewed acid.
Yeah.
It's not the canister system that we know from, like, 4, 5, and 6, where you drop a can and then deal with it. So it makes it more of an environmental challenge as well.
So here we go, he drops down, rocket him to make him run away. Apparently, on New Game, he dies in one shot, so there's a theory that the infinite rocket launcher is a bit weaker than the rocket launcher, which, I mean, whatever, most things still die in one hit, so it's not that big of a deal. So the elevator is going here. We can either wait out the elevator or kill the Verdugo. So we're gonna kill the Verdugo by freezing him and then hitting him with a rocket. This has started to happen very recently, and I'm not impressed that it continues to happen. Sir, get the hell out of my way and back up. Oh no. Oh no. Game, I really... bunch of words I can't say on stream.
Now, this is unfortunate for the run, but I am glad that it happened, so that way we can show off how cool the Vertigo design is, and that particular animation, because the first time I saw it, I leapt out of my body.
Oh.
It's very cool.
But that also doesn't sound good.
No, but my name is Bigscared for a reason, right?
I suppose, and that's the end of chapter 10. Only 5 chapters to go. Actually, wait, 11, 12, 13, 14, no, 6 chapters if we're counting 11.
なぜ手を貸す目的は
Also, 2 also has canisters because there's the crocodile. Alright, here we go. We're gonna skip most of chapter 11. Here we go. Are you ready? Because... oh no, TNT, what are we ever gonna do? Oh wait, rocket.
I was hoping that would knock over Luis.
No, it never does. He always stops just in front of it. It can kill Leon, though. If you're too close, the rocks will kill you. And there you go. Double boss fight. Done with one rocket-propelled grid. Lewis? What the f*** are you doing?
どうだ
See, and this is also why I don't like Lewis. He's too word I can't say on stream slow.
地下にまで化け物を飼ってるとはな
He's a cool guy, and cool guys move in their own time. Which,
No,
while it does make them cool, it's frustrating.
ゾッとする話だ
He's not a cool guy. He's a lame guy.
Cool guy TM. He
There's
calls himself that, so that way you know.
There's nothing cool about him. If he was cool, he wouldn't die in about the next probably 6 minutes.
That's so fair.
こんなものに乗るとは
Also, do you like thrill rides?
次はなんだ。
Everybody put your hands up.
I like how you completely just ignored the question.
Yes, I do like thrill rides. I'm gonna put my hands up right now.
Lewis, why don't you get off your ass and use your own gun? You fool. Alright, here we go. Nice.
There is a very bold assertion coming from chat that every game series needs a minecart segment. Agree or disagree, Abbie?
Since when did everybody become a fan of Indiana Jones? This is news to me that everybody all of a sudden likes Indiana Jones. Fun fact, did you know that Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom was the thing that introduced PG-13 movies?
I did not know that.
Yes. It was supposed they wanted to give it an R rating for like one thing, and so Spielberg and Lucas kind of fought against it, and thus PG-13 was born. Never mind the fact that what is it? It's not The Last Crusade, it's what's the first one? The Ark of the Covenant? Is that what it's like? No, it's where they go try to find the Ark of the Covenant.
Temple of Doom?
No, Temple of Doom is the one that I just... that's the second one. What is the one... It's not The Last Crusade. What on earth was the first... Raiders of the Lost Ark. There we go.
There we go.
Thank you, Brain, for eventually working. Because that's the one with the melting face. That was pushing the PG. So, yeah. No, sir, I will not do that, thank you. Alright, Lewis, hurry the hell up and get up here. Did I mention I can't wait for you to die? It's gonna be glorious. It's such a help. See, in terms of the worst characters in the game, it goes Lewis and then Mike. Why is Mike not the worst character in the game? Because Mike
Yeah,
doesn't
I'm gonna need
last
an
as long.
explanation.
I just gave it. Mike doesn't last as long. Oh, and now we have chainsaw guys. Of course, I would miss the majority of those shots. Please explode. Why is apparently a cat is trying to steal cookies? That's not good. Time to put the cat outside to stop it from stealing the cookies. Come on, hit it. If I had hit it, the chainsaw guy would have died a lot faster, but I didn't hit it. I've only ever hit it once, so that's a thing. Come on, Leon. Oh my. We're gonna die. Oh good, we're not gonna die. I was supposed to say, oh my, we're gonna die. But then I was able to hit it in time. And there's our good buddy, Dr. Salvador. Once again, granted it could be a different person every time, because we can kill, like, each Dr. Salvador in each of those sections. It's just kind of slow to do so. Oh, come on, really? You are not impressed right now. That's all I'm gonna say. End of the line, asshole. Alright. Here we go.
Now I noticed you were shooting him directly and not the cart like you were the other enemy. Is there a specific reason?
I'm a terrible shot.
Oh. I was curious if it was because his cart's invulnerable.
His cart's not invulnerable, it just takes a while. But also he's easier to hit himself. And I'm just a terrible shot, so I have a hard time hitting the other guys. So typically my bullets are just hitting their carts. And here we go. Hey, Bigscared, I have a question for you.
I might have an answer.
What's the timer at right now?
The timer is around 119. 120-ish.
Then I shall use this opportunity to remind people that LAS is still accepting applications till May 20th. Get your submissions in, y'all. This was going to be submitted for that, but now I gotta think of something new because I'm doing it here. So, get your submissions in while you still can. Granted, you still have like a month or like 3-ish, 3.5 weeks, something like that. So, yeah.
And piggybacking off of that, the applications for volunteers are also open until the same date. So if you want to help out and you don't necessarily want to contribute a showcase, you can help out in different capacities, like I am now by being a commentary buddy, or a host, or a backstage tech. There's lots of ways to get involved here.
Yeah. Come on, Lewis. There we go. Now, fun fact, the cutscene doesn't start until the door closes. It's really weird that it doesn't start. And Lewis is dead. Thank you, Krauser. Witness my favorite character in the game as I screwed up being able to hit him. There we go. He is the bestest character from this game, both OG and this one. Yeah. And that's the end of Chapter 11. We are into the final one. What about cooking snakes? Apparently there's something about cooking snakes. What now? I don't know.
We're talking about how LAS accepts cooking and crafting streams and showcases as well. But there was a specific request not to be like Leon and not to cook a snake.
Yeah,
because Leon eats those raw.
Yeah, so there's no need to cook them because we eat them raw.
Exactly. Although maybe don't be like Leon. You should probably cook your eggs first, just for safety reasons.
I mean, he doesn't eat snake eggs. He just eats the snake. Although he doesn't cook the eggs either, to be fair. He's very Gaston in that way. What are you doing?
Yeah,
Leon? That's not what you're supposed to do.
Abbie's not eating any eggs during this run, obviously, but if she were, there would be no cooking involved. It's literally off the ground and into Leon's mouth, perhaps shell and all. I have lots of questions.
Indeed. So this is the final chapter of the castle, by the way. And also, fun fact for those who may not have been aware, but the statue from original RE4 does technically make an appearance, but perhaps what you did not know was this. Now the statue can't do anything to me. It's also funny when destroying it while he's still there because it's like he's applauding the performance of killing his statue. Madam, please. Ow! That was not very nice. There we go. Rocket launcher. Ow! Who's setting me on fire? Why are you such a jerk? Please do not set people on fire. This has been a PSA brought to you in part by Leon S. Kennedy. The S stands for a certain word that I can't say on stream. There we go. Thank you for killing your friends, sir. Please eat a grenade. Or a shotgun shell. And explode. 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 Explode the Gloria Las Plagas guy. Explode. Wait, you're not dead? Excuse me? Yeah, no, die. Thank you. Are you? How are you still alive? Trash panda man. Just a giant trash panda. Don't know why it's a trash panda, but it's a trash panda now. Come on. Oh no! Wow. I am not impressed right now. Like, come on, dude. Let's see how aggravated I can get before the end of the run, shall we? That's right, there's two Gloria Las Plagas men if you go too fast. Not that they're really that much of an issue, but still. Explode. Explode. Oh yeah, that's right, they'll eventually just die inexplicably as well, even if you don't touch them the second this lands. It's really weird when that happens. Alright. And then we have those two. Very important to explode them because they're going to be trying to shoot you while you're crossing this thing that you cannot run across. Because if you try running across them, Leon falls and dies. It's not a fun time. Careful. Ahí está that. Nice. I split her in two, and she ended up falling off the cliff completely. She pulled a Darth Maul, everyone. And that's the end of Ramon Salazar. Who needs eggs when you have rocket-propelled grenade? And now we have a bit of time because, you know, elevator.
So while we're having some quiet time in the elevator, I want to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
What made you decide to pick this category up? What possessed you?
What possessed me to do this?
And how can we help?
One, it's the fastest category. Two, it's the fastest category. Three, I probably will yeet it into the bin at some point. As you can see, it's aggravation. a lot. And
いいぞお色がな
like
く
I
て済
said,
みそうだ
this is nowhere near PD pace. This probably should have been reset at least 48 times. Not to throw any shade or anything, but if you think Metroid Crime resets in BBV, she has nothing on this category. Okay? This category sucks.
Yeah, I've been lurking Abbie's stream here for several of the past streams that you've been running this game, and it's very rare to see you make it this far. So I'm excited to see you get some practice in. All the resets, which is not uncommon.
I am being told that I am being dared to reset right now.
Reset right now, I dare you, Peekle.
Like, listen. This is a 2-hour run. If you want to be here all night, be my guest. But I don't.
You won't. You're right. We won't. You're exactly right. We won't.
There we go, we avoided everybody. There is a trick you can do with the guns, where, like, you can iframe through it. Yeah, how about no? I don't like that one that's allowed in Little Major glitches. Because it's, one, very volatile. Two, no thanks. And three, I mean, I don't make rules for a reason. And the Resident Evil community is very smart for not allowing me to make rules because, oh boy. See, Silent Hill knows what's up. Resident Evil knows what's up. Fashion Police Squad is insane. I will say that. They let me do rules. Dodging. There we go. We're doing quite well. I mean, all things considered, running as fast as I can. Oh my god, please, no. Okay, there we go. We don't have to fight anything for a while, the regenerators are coming. Hope you're ready for some spooky times, because regenerators are a-coming. Alright, let's climb. Alright. Fire on him. Dodge. There we go. I don't know if he died from that shot, but either way. Oh no, they both live. Oh, come on! You. Oh! I ran the wrong way. First of all, congratulations, Leon. You almost really... just... really almost... It's very hard to not do what I'm trying to stop myself from doing. Just gonna let that out there.
But that reaction time, though, you can't tell, but I'm doing the Italian hands at you. It was such a good, fast reaction. Impressive.
You... I'm about to turn into Homer. That's all I'm
You're turning
gonna
into the
say.
Joker. I love it.
I said Homer, but you know, like in that episode of The Simpsons where he represses his rage and then eventually just has to let it all go because a bunch of stuff is appearing on the back of his spine.
Yes. Chat says regenerators make them want to cry. Could not agree more. The
we're-
remake has also added the extra layer of making them even more dangerous.
Are they more dangerous?
If I recall correctly, a normal regenerator can turn into a fancy one, the Iron Maidens.
No, they can do that in the OG.
They could do that in the original?
Yep.
Wow. I was today years old when I learned that.
Yeah. They do that. Not a lot of them, but they do that.
なんなんだこいつは
Dodge. Oh no. Alright, now it's time to go into the freezer. Because Leon is feeling a bit too warm, so he wants to cool off. Because you're not sending me to the cooler. There we go. Unfortunately, killing the regenerator does not speed this up. This is just how fast this thing goes. Leon, what are you doing? Oh, really, Leon? You... I can't say on stream.
おいまだなのか
Okay. There we go. Let me... Come on. There you go, Leon. Oh, but it gets much worse, you see. So much worse. If only you knew. I mean, you do know, but if only you knew. If only you knew. Are you... I swear... There we got the wrench. Yeah, that's right, there were 4 of them. And again, we need to sit here and wait. Not quite there. Come on. And now we get to save Ashley. So Ashley's coming back for a very, very, very short time. Did I mention a very, very short time? Because a very, very short time. Because literally it's chapter 14, and then she gets kidnapped around the end of chapter 14, and then we don't see her again till near the end of chapter 16, and then, or chapter 15, and chapter 16 is like 3 minutes.
いけるか
もちろん
Whee!
中から開けてくれ
So once again, unlocking the door. I forgot to do the dance after Lewis died, so allow me to make up for that by doing the dance now. Alright, let's go. Hello, merchant. Goodbye, merchant. Alright. So there would be a glitch here, but unfortunately there's no joints on the door. Not that I know how to do that, plus this is no major glitches, so we're not allowed to do that anyway. Load him up. Load him up. Then blow them up. There's a large group of them, you see. Get Ashley to hold the lever down. Jump on over. Unlock the door. Although I wonder if I'm allowed to keep running. I've never tried to test it, so I don't really know the answer. Sir, There we go, one of them. Oh no, two of them. Again, we can just ignore them, because somehow, I think they despawn once Leon touches the lever over here, I think. I don't have evidence of that, but Ashley doesn't get bothered. She just shows up and pulls the lever. Because pull the lever, Kronk! Wrong lever! Fun fact, I did not enjoy that movie as a child.
平気か
なんとか昔の私なら泣いてた。
There we go. So that's number one. And here is our first, or no. So here's what you do. I don't think many people know this. While he's transforming, we can do this. And then we can just run away. I don't think many people know that, outside of speedrunners. But that is totally a thing you can do. And then we wait for Ashley to turn this. Fun fact, if she gets caught and you're standing on the bridge, you will die. I learned that the hard way today. Even though she wasn't captured, and I was just like, what the... And... Did I mention the salt flowed today? Today has been a very salty day, for many reasons. Thanks, Canada. Thank you. Anyway, running. We don't have a lot of time. They're gonna try to capture her. We've got another Iron Maiden on our tail as well. So, we just gotta run as fast as Leon's 8% boost can take him. There we go. You don't even have to kill them, you just have to make sure that she's not being grabbed. There we go. There we go. Whee! Nicely done, we killed a rat. That's what that one was, because it's another pest control mission. There are 3 of them in total in the game, where the merchant just wants you to kill a bunch of rats for no reason. And here comes the demolition segment. Or section. Done. Oh, did I miss somebody? Apparently I did. There you go. I'm very sorry to hear that Ashley hit you with the wrecking ball. You might say she came in like a wrecking ball. What? No, you do not get singing from me on the stream. That costs extra. Sir, you're supposed to already be dead. And now here's Ashley saying how she's going to be an agent. That never happens. It's really weird. Out of all the characters to never come back, Rebecca never comes back in the games, and Ashley never comes back in the games. It's really unfortunate.
Yet.
I don't know, Resident Evil 9. I mean,
It could be
gonna
anything.
everybody's gonna be super old because by the end of Resident Evil 8, Chris is almost in. Actually, I believe Chris is in his 60s because Resident Evil. All right, who's ready for a chronological lesson? I should really
Me,
submit to
I
do
am.
one of
I'm
those unhinged rants things that sometimes they do on Lady Arcaders. So Resident Evil 0 takes place in June of 1998. Resident Evil 1 is July of 1998. Actually, they both might be in July of 1998. Scratch that. Resident Evil 3 is in September of 1998, as is Resident Evil 2. They literally take place around the same time.
Yeah, last 3 days of September, first couple days of October.
Yes. And then Resident Evil Code Veronica takes place in December of 1998. This takes place in the fall of 2004. Resident Evil 5 takes place, Resident Evil Revelations 1 takes place in 2005. Resident Evil 9 takes place in 2009. Resident Evil Revelations 2 takes place in 2012. Resident Evil 6 takes place in 2012 and 2013. Resident Evil 7 takes place in 2017. Resident Evil 8 takes place in 2020. Now, and then Resident Evil The Rose DLC takes place in 2035. So if Chris is 25 in 1998, how old is he in 1937 or 2020 or 2035? Either way, answer's really old, as I've messed up this Krauser. I was supposed to hit him with a bomb, or hit him with a rocket to make him run away. Is what I was supposed to do and failed. Also, apparently there is a theory running around online that Jill, Claire, Leon, and Rebecca have eternal youth because they were all infected with a virus. Because they've all been technically infected with a virus. Because, I mean, the Los Plagos. Parasite's kind of a virus sometimes, or classified.
Yeah, and in Jill's case, she got multiple viruses. Because she got the T virus and then whatever Wesker gives her for the mind control situation she was going through.
I believe it was a small version of the Ouroboros. I believe. And then Leon's got Plagas. Claire has. I believe she gets injected with
T-Phobos. T-Phobos. It's the fear-based virus from Revelations 2.
So it's like, haha, viruses give eternal youth or something.
I also saw that same meme and they were like, why does Chris look so bad? Trying to imply that the virus is the problem as if he doesn't smoke like 2 packs a day every day since he was 25.
Yeah. It's the cigarettes. Don't smoke, kids. Don't do it. No smoking.
Don't do it. It's not cool.
Yeah. Maybe. Of course I missed the shot.
Did Krauser just become Nightmare from Soul Calibur? Kinda. Chris Redfield looks good where he needs to. Exactly. I'm sure that Zoku here has seen the animations from Reverse, and that's where I'm gonna leave that train of thought.
Remember
if
how
you know,
I kept...
you know.
If If you remember earlier when the Ganado were throwing stuff at me and I said to use Zoku's imagination as to what they were saying, this is why. This is why.
Honestly, Zoku, I love that. They have just chef's kiss. Impressive. And they're right.
Alright. Here we go. We are in the Mike section. Mike, the second worst character in Resident Evil 4 Remake. And I guess 4 as well. No, he's a bit more useful than 4.
Now, I know Mike to be a fan favorite. I'm curious how chat thinks. If you like Mike, can you put an M in chat for me?
Who the hell likes Mike?
Plenty of
Serious
people.
question. Name one.
Me!
Lies.
I like Mike because he helps me not die here, okay? He's trying so hard. And we're gonna get a drink after this, okay? You can't tell me otherwise.
I disagree and disagree on the helps you not to die part and the drink part.
No M's in chat? Oh, let me fix that. Done.
Yeah, the only M in chat is you, so therefore my statement is correct. Nobody likes Mike.
I'm shattered right now, chat. I'm shattered.
Okay guys, can we stop hitting me please and thank you? God, this run. This run is an abomination. Also, this is new to the remake from the original because there is no AA game or AA gun in the original. He just, for some reason, stopped firing at this point as well. There we go, blowing everybody up. Causing a fire, causing people to burn, dodging a bat, running into the base, blowing up the machine gunners. Unfortunately, you cannot blow up the guns, it's very disappointing. You can only blow up their operators. No, stop, please. Again, a very simple run. Explode. Keep running. Hit the button. Please. Why have you been right up in my ass, like, for like 3 days now, man? Stop. Just expletives stuff. Because this is getting ridiculous. For days, you were fine. And then all of a sudden, you're like, no, I'm gonna be right up in there. And the second the cutscene stops, I'm gonna... things I can't say on stream, you. Just no good. And Mike is dead. So no, you're not going to get drinks after this because he's dead. Also, no Vistadors are back. That is also a difference between OG and this version, is the fact that no Vistadors are on the island. No Vistadors end in the castle in the original.
I put a 07 in chat for Mike. If anyone would like to join me, that would be really cool.
I don't think anyone's going to join you, I'm afraid.
Hey, I'm not alone here. We are saluting a legend, Mike the helicopter pilot. He tried so hard and did very little, and we gotta commend him for the effort.
Alright. Here we go. No regenerators, no Iron Maidens. One of them is an Iron Maiden. And I think it's random which one becomes the Iron Maiden. But I don't have to deal with it. And I'm not dealing with the horse crap that I dealt with earlier today, where I had to do that part 3 times because these mother... things I can't say on stream.
あと少しだ
Things I can't say on stream. Sorry, sir, but you don't get to puke on me. You get a nice stab in the neck. Which, for some reason, causes you to violently explode. Ow! Come on, the... No, don't fire on the door. Don't fire on the door. There's a reason I'm not firing on that door like that, and it will all become clear momentarily, unless they blow it up, in which case that just dooms me for all eternity. But it's fine. Goodbye, Mr. Big Hog Man. I don't know why you have a boar's head, but you do. Farewell. Hey, Leon didn't explode himself that time. Usually I'm blowing up that barrel by accident, but we didn't do that this time. We're free. So the reason I didn't blow up that door is because it causes most of them to climb up instead of running through the window. So that's why I do that. Farewell. There we go. And that's basically chapter 15, because now we're into the walking simulator. I hope you like walking simulators, everyone, because it's time for the walking simulator.
走り
Walking simulator.
走
Here
り
we go.
走りあくそ
This is also different from the original. In the original, you just walk to the machine and you're done. In this one, it really wants to give you that sense of dread by having this cinematic moment. Again, if you can pull off duffel bag, you're just running at regular speed, I do believe. But still, not allowed. It's not even allowed in glitchless or in glitches because testing. So Leon can say the words that I can't, but I can't. Also, these subtitles aren't for what is being said in Japanese. These subtitles are being said for what he says in the English dub. I just don't like the English language. That's all. Alright. We are cruising. You can pause buffer this, but I don't know if pause buffering is in this category. That is only for glitches. I'm not 100% sure. There we go, and then mashed with the key. Is it going to be different, Leon? And that's the end of chapter 15. On to the final chapter. Here we go. Excellent. Someone has joined the Hate Mike camp.
生きていられるのはルイスのおかげ。
Alright, it's time to go.
ああ見えていいやつだった 手慣れたもんだ 絶好調だ。
よかった。やれよ。
ああ、多分な。ああ見えて食えない女だから。
知ってるんだね。
Nicely done. Alright, and final boss time. He's dead. Watch. I'll land. He doesn't have a second phase in the original. In the original, it's only that first one, and then he dies. Alright, here we go. Escape time. We have to run as fast as we humanly can to get out of here. Run as fast as you can. You can't stop me. I'm Leon S. Kennedy. Now, another thing that's not in the original is enemies writhing in pain on the ground. Or enemies in general trying to get into your way.
襲ってこないの。どうなってるの。
司令塔が死んだからな。こいつらも終わりだ。
And also rats. Rats are also... Now, the whole thing here, I'm assuming, is there for the actually catch part, since there's no actually catch part in the remake.
なるほど。悪くない。
Do you like thrill rides, chat? Put a TR in chat if you're a fan of thrill rides. Because we gotta go fast. There we go. Gotta go fast. Also, did I mention you can do tricks? Because you can do tricks. There you go. Oh no. Oh no. There we go. Also, Bigscared, while I'm here, where can people find you if they want to find you?
Me? I can be
Yes.
found at twitch.tv/bigscared, on Twitter at I'm Bigscared, or on most of the other platforms on one of those two handles. How about you? Where can we find
Very,
you?
very good. You can find me at twitch.tv/Abbie's Corner. You can find me on Twitter at Abbie_Brander. You can find me on co-host at Abbie's Corner. You can find me, by the way, that's time. You can find my podcast at Speedrunners on Coffee on most things. Spotify, YouTube, Deezer, Amazon Music, Stitcher. Yes. And what was the final time? The final time was 1:56.
Sub 2 hours. Let's go. Can we get some hype in chat for Abbie?
No, don't do that.
Do it. Do it right now, please and thank you.
No.
Also, chat, if you want to find both of us, you can also find us at the Clock Tower, which is a stream team for horror streamers. Everything you need to know can be found at clocktower.tv. Yes, .tv.
Indeed.
All right. Stick around for a bit. We're going to have some last announcements before we head out of here. Thank you again, Abbie, and we hope to see you soon. Thank you again for joining us, chat. Lady Arcader's Super Showcase will be coming back for 2023, so mark your calendars. From July 6th to July 9th, Lady Arcaders will be raising money for CARE. We are so excited to have you all join us. Submissions and volunteer applications are open, and we're looking for showcases and volunteers of all kinds. So if you want to show up your challenge run, your Animal Crossing town, you want to do a deep dive into the fall of Raccoon City like we started to do here tonight, submit your pitch, and we would love to show it off. Maybe you want to help us behind the scenes as well. Maybe you want to do some hosting, some tech support, some commentary. Either way, check out the applications and get those in before Sunday, before the end of May. There should be a link in chat for that as well. Next time on Attract Mode, the nightmares continue with a horror double feature. The horror of the Salazar House and Little Nightmares are coming to haunt you back to back on Sunday, April 30th at 2 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you stick around for the raid tonight. We are going to be seeing Gala Serini, who is doing some runs of Dora Doro. She's the founder of the Women in Speedrunning Twitch team and a good friend of the Lady Arcaders community, so please stick around. And of course, thank you so much for being here tonight, for hanging out, for lurking, for chatting. And hopefully, we'll see you all soon. Have a great night, everyone.